Call halal Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Yahweh Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for pushing 100% truth through rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that have been scattered through the spectral bird, like it says in the book of Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 9. My inheritance is as unto me is as a speckled bird, right? Those individual foreigners that live in other countries that look like the heathen, but their bloodlines go back to the 12 tribes of Israel. Shalom, this is Matazal Acham. I was trying to make a video about this yesterday, but I ran out of storage space on my phone. I mean, sometimes, it happens. So I had to delete some stuff, some old videos that I already put up on my channels, and hopefully I got enough storage space now. I don't know. Anyway, Donald Trump, Agent Orange, as you can see, is citing an executive order to round up homeless people and put them in internment camps. Homeless people, not the illegal immigrants now. It's called Project Esther. I strongly suggest that you go and pick up Project Esther. As a matter of fact, I got Project Esther on my... I was just reading it, wasn't I? Here it is. All right, check this out, man. I was just reading a little bit of Project Esther myself. This is the national strategy of Donald Trump to combat anti-Semitism. All this is about, this Project Esther is about the Noahide laws. This is what this is about. Okay. Now, we're going to read about the story a little bit it says, the Torah and the book of Esther tell us that in the mid-4th century BCE, a thriving Ish community in ancient Persia risked extermination. Haman the Agagite, Persian king Ahasuerus' prime minister, vizier, angry because Mordecai, a Jew, refused to bow to him, told the king, there is a certain people scattered and separate among the peoples throughout all the provinces of your kingdom, and their laws differ from those of every people, and they do not keep the king's laws. It is therefore of no use for the king to let them be. If it pleases the king, let it be written to destroy them, and I will weigh out 10,000 silver talents into the hands of those who perform the work to bring it into the king's treasures. With the king's approval, Haman plotted to kill every Ish or Jew in Persia, drawing lots, Purim, to determine the day of their execution. Unbeknownst to either the king or Haman, Ahasuerus' new queen Esther was a Jew, and therefore marked for death. Additionally, Mordecai, the man who had so enraged Haman the Agagite, and Haman the Agagite, Salakia. Haman the Agagite is, I think, the son or grandson to King Agag the Amalekite, who was the son of Amalek, the grandson of Esau Edom. You see that family bloodline? Okay. Haman the Agagite was one of the sons of King Agag the Amalekite that Samuel the prophet put to death because King Saul, did not want to kill him. Okay, which is disobedience to the law, statutes, and commandments that the Most High God had set up. He told him to kill this king Agag, this Amalekite, Edomite, and destroy all of his property. He kept half of the property, destroyed the other half, and took him prisoner. He was not supposed to do that. He was supposed to kill the motherfuckers, because like God said so. Okay? Because so if that was the case, if Saul would have completed his task, there wouldn't be such thing as a white man. Right to this day. The motherfuckers wouldn't be. They wouldn't exist. They wouldn't exist, man. Okay? But because of Saul's greed, okay, and disobedient heart, they exist today. And look at the world now. The air is fucked up. Chemtrails, oil slicks in the ocean, the water's filthy. The creatures on the land are suffering. You know, you got the fish and turtles and sharks in the sea getting caught by fish net and hooks, committing suicide, beaching themselves deliberately because there's nothing else to eat but trash, plastic. You have an entire continent the size of Texas made out of trash floating from continent to continent to continent, washing up on people's shores. Okay? This is the wickedness of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. The motherfucker touches, everything he touches turns to shit. Okay? Anyway, with the king's approval, Haman plotted to kill every Jew in Persia, drawing lots to determine the day of their execution. Unbeknownst to either the king or Haman, Ahasuerus' new queen, Esther, was Jew and therefore marked for death. Additionally, Mordecai, the man who had enraged Haman, was also Esther's cousin. Mordecai encouraged her to use her position and influence to beseech the king to reverse the course. Do not imagine yourself that you will escape the king's house from among all the Jews. For if you remain silent at this time, relief and rescue will arise for the Jews from elsewhere, and you and your father's household will perish. And who knows whether at that time like this you will attain the kingdom. Esther mustered the courage to oblige her cousin's plea and convinced King Ahasuerus, King Xerxes, to reverse course. The result, Haman and his family were hanged. Mordecai replaced Haman as the king's vizier, and the Jews were saved. Right? Now, this Project Esther, to combat anti-Semitism, but it's a mask for what I said it was the Noahide laws, an introduction to the Noahide laws. Let me pull that up. Noahide laws. Boom. See if I can pull that up. Yeah, these Noahide laws. That's basically all they're doing, man. Okay, and what it means. I was trying to get that I don't know. Let me see if I can go find it on YouTube search history. Salakia. Go back here to my YouTube search history. I don't know if I can find it. View all. I'm gonna try to. There it is. Boom. Check this out.
We have a very corrupt country.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, at least someone's saying a lot of what we're thinking. But here's what most people are not talking about. The Noahide laws. These are 7 religious laws that most people have never even heard of, and they are quietly being pushed on a world stage. Originally recognized by the U.S. government in 1991, these laws are now being championed in by high-ranking Jewish leaders with the support of Donald Trump and his administration. But why does it matter? Well, under the Noahide laws, worshiping false idols like Jesus Christ could be considered a crime. But who decides this? Not you, not me. No, these rabbis.
If only the United Nations will go back to the basics and empower their nation to adopt the 7 Noahide laws.
Public Law 102-14, which establishes the Kabbalist 7 Noahide laws as the supreme law of the land. Every single president of the United States since has re-signed this bill and nationally honors Rebbe Schneerson's birthday as National Education and Sharing Day.
All right, before I go any further, look, I know people's going to be in my comment section, and that is A-OK. I encourage it. Let's have an open dialogue, but let's keep it respectful as well, okay? I'm going to show some receipts right here, and those could be topics of discussion, if you will. All right, I'll see y'all after this. Later.
I will show you how to get the best understanding of a hidden agenda that could change everything. Ready to dive into the truth? The 7 Noahide laws, moral principles from the Torah, recognized globally. In 1991, President George H.W. Bush signed a proclamation recognizing these laws. But what's happening now? There are claims that the Trump administration, backed by powerful Zionist elites, is pushing these laws. Trump has made controversial statements and aligned himself with influential Jewish leaders. Imagine a world idolatry is punishable by death. Who defines idolatry? Not you, rabbis. There are alleged clips of Jewish leaders advocating for these laws at Trump rallies and the UN. This has been verified and the implications are staggering. Still think this is just a conspiracy? The evidence is right in front of you. Turn off the TV and do your own research. Wake up before it's too late.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us take a moment to pause and unite our hearts in prayer. Almighty God, creator of the heaven and earth, we also pray for our friend and ally Israel, that she should eradicate her enemies, bless President Donald J. Trump. May we move forward together seeking to build a future that reflects the will of God and his values based on the 7 Noahide laws that will unite us all together.
Based on the 7 Noahide laws.
This isn't a conspiracy. This is happening right in front of our face. But the real question we should be asking ourselves is, why is Trump the so-called champion of freedom, aligning himself with the systems that could redefine religious rights worldwide? Do your own research, connect the dots, and wake up before it's too late. Because united we win. I love y'all. I'll see you on the next one. Later.
Okay. Now, let's get back to the original video where I was at. Okay.
This is D7 on surviving end times, and it looks like Trump has just signed an executive order that will help states and cities start to collect people off the streets.
Okay. So how does this connect to the Noahide laws? Very simple. Under the Biden regime, under Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, okay, they allowed all the homeless people to have drugs. What do they call it? Fentanyl, crack, heroin, whatever have you. On the government. The government was paying for all of these drugs. The reason why the vast majority of the people that are homeless today is because of the regime change in Project 2025 under the great, big, beautiful, big, ugly bill, or whatever the fuck that is, that's going to raise prices on everything, okay, making it impossible to survive. A one-bedroom apartment could range anywhere between $1,200 and $2,000 per month just for a one-bedroom apartment. If you're not getting a raise on your job, how can you afford to pay for that and pay for the grocery bill as well as gas to get back and forth to work, okay, buy clothes, laundromat, the things that you know, normal necessities, okay? And Donald Trump's adding extra taxes on top of everything, okay? Now, I'm not trying to demonize this ridiculous asshole. I mean, he's demonizing himself. I mean, he's going back behind closed doors, closing all the different avenues of trying to, you know, make where you can grow your own food, making it illegal for that, making it illegal to have farms, destroying the farmland as far as the individuals that have farms, okay, and the workers that work there, putting them in jail, in FEMA camps, and concentration camps. Now, you just heard the video earlier. You know, this individual is the villain and playing the victim simultaneously at the same time. Okay? He's the villain and the victim. You can't be one and the other. All this Project Esther is about is misdirection. It's an executive order to round up all the people off the streets. Okay? They're eventually going to come after blacks and the Asians. Okay? That's basically what's gonna go down with that. Okay? Because they're gonna come in after the other individuals to get them off the streets. Okay? People have forgotten what they did to the Asians, right? Okay? Back in 2020 during the Beetlejuice scare of a fucking disease that didn't exist. Okay? It's the flu. Everybody catches the fucking flu. But they demonized and weaponized it and forced people to take the Beetlejuice. Right? Satan's piss. When they took that, now people are falling over dead. Driving down the street, just die at the fucking wheel, causing major accidents. All kinds of different things. You see what I'm saying? And they're trying to figure out, why did their heart stop? Why did their brains cease to function, causing different parts of the body to fail? This was a government program, right, to try to save lives, right? Misdirection. That's what it is. Misdirection. Noun, the act or process of directing someone in the wrong direction or to the wrong place. A magician's ability to manipulate people's attention, thoughts, and memory, i.e., to lead astray, misguide, or mislead. The action of making people pay attention to the wrong thing, usually intentionally, so that they will not notice something else. Okay? Epstein files. This pervert's in it. This PDF file is now president of the United States, and he changed his religious affiliation from Judeo-Christian Episcopalian, right? He changed that. This is what he claims. Of course, he doesn't believe in anything, okay, but money. He changed that in 2017 to 2018 to Judaism. So this Agent Orange, Donald Trump, okay, now you just saw in the video that every United States president implements the Noahide laws. Under the Noahide laws, that if you worship Cesare Borgia, you can be put to death. Okay? I'm not worried about Cesare Borgia. I can care less. If you worship any other god than the false god that they had put up, you can be put to death under the Noahide laws in America. And what all of these executive orders is leading to into the Noahide laws. Okay? Project Esther is misdirection. It's a cover screen for the implementation of the Noahide laws by executive order. Okay? And now I just looked through, and the summary, they're trying to blame it on Hamas and October 7th and all this other bullshit. Okay? But you have to understand that the word anti-Semitism or anti-Semitic, was recently created within the last 500 years. The homeless people, okay, this is where they're going to put them. Okay? This is where they want to put you. Because they ain't got nowhere else to put you. They're talking about they're going to give all these homeless people that are drug addicts and have mental issues or whatever have you in, what do they call them? Treatment centers. Yeah, this is a treatment center. See that? This is your treatment center. Okay? Look at all these treatment centers all over the United States. These are all the treatment centers they're going to put you in. They're called FEMA camps. Okay? They're all over the fucking place, man. Okay? That's all it is. White fragility. Okay? They're just trying to protect themselves. Like I said before, in that one book I had, I forget. Is it? Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Hold on. If I can find it, about what it says about the people here in America. Okay. Salakia, I apologize, man. Right, here's one. Get this. The best historical evidence, therefore, shows that the Jews are not descended directly from the Israelites of the Bible, but derive much of their ancestry from the Khazars and other people of Turkish Asiatic blood. The Khazars are also of Edomite stock, and both stocks make up of the present-day Jews. As the historian H.G. Wells states, the Idumeans, Edomites, were Jews, and a Turkish people, Khazars, were mainly Jews in South Russia. The main part of Jewry was never in Judea and had never came out of Judea. According to the Jewish Encyclopedia, the original stock of the Khazars came from the land of Edom. Okay? Yeah. Alright, let me see. I'm trying to find it, man. trying to find that. I don't think I can though. I wrote down so many different notes. You know, I wrote down a lot of stuff. Wait a minute, this is not the one. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna try to find it for you. I need to read that. This is driving me crazy about what these devils have done, man, to the entire world. You know, our people suffer from Stockholm Syndrome, which is the feelings of trust and affection felt in many cases of kidnapping or hostage taking by a victim toward their captors. Okay, here it is right here. I knew it. I was in the wrong book. We do not halt Israel's genocide, okay? Because we as Americans are Israel, infected with the same white supremacy and intoxicated by our domination of the globe and the power to obliterate others with our advanced weaponry. The vaunted democratic values, morality, and respect for human rights claimed by Israel and the United States has always been a lie. The real credo is this: we have everything, and if you try to take it from us, we will unalive you. People of color, especially when they are vulnerable, do not count. Their hopes, dignity, and aspirations for those outside the empire are worthless. So you see, Esau Edom doesn't give a goddamn about anyone but themselves. Okay? And this is where they want to put all the homeless people that you saw in the video. Okay? And the FEMA camps. That's where they want to put you. Okay? Let me see. I'm gonna go over here to if I can get it. Let me see. I think it's Wisdom of Solomon. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, right, verse 11.
I'm about to give my mom a surprise.
Man, shit. I can't get away from these commercials for nothing. Nothing I can do. I ain't trying to watch some dude, you know. This is the stupidity of of people. Instagram, dumb shit. You know, just stupid shit. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 11. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Right? And it says down here, people of color, especially when they are vulnerable, do not count. Their hopes, dignity, and aspirations for those outside the empire are worthless. Okay? Therefore, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 verse 12. Therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law, and objecteth to our infamy the transgressings of our education. Verse 13. He professeth to have the knowledge of the Most High God, and calleth himself the child of the Lord. He was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us even to behold. Right? And you have individuals, the brother Arya Halal, I think he's out there in New York, he's on the East Coast, one of the brothers out there. He made a video concerning these Edomite Caucasians that are starting to move out into rural route areas up in Arkansas, okay, where they want to make them a rural community of just whites only. Get that shit. Okay? This is how much these people have a perpetual hatred and hate the children of Israel. The true children of Israel, the true church, the true Israelites, who are Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They hate that shit with a passion. Okay? Verse 15. He is grievous unto us even to behold. So they don't even want to look at us, man. They want whites only towns now. And now when we tried that back in 1920 with Black Wall Street, they came and bombed us, blew our house up, you know, destroyed every fucking body. You see what I'm saying? I mean, every time I make a video, this goddamn clock just so happens to go off. Every time, man. I mean, what the fuck? Like clockwork or something. Anyway. For his life is not like other men's, his ways are of another fashion. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounces the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that God is his father. Okay? Haman the Agagite under Project Esther, they're going to do the same thing. Okay? They're doing the exact same thing. They're trying to have it complicit with all the nations of the world to have us exterminated off the face of the earth. They're coming after the homeless and the poor. The Most High Son, Yahushua HaMashiach, said that you would have the poor with you always. I think it's in, let me see. Right. What is it? Matthew chapter 26, verse 11. For ye have the poor always with you, but me ye not have always. Mark 14 and 7. For ye have the poor with you always, and whensoever ye will, ye may do them good, but me ye have not always. You see? So that's all they're trying to do, is get rid of God's chosen people. Anyway, where was we at? Global domination will be sustained through racialized violence. See? This is the wickedness of these devils, man. This is where they want to put people. Okay? The lie that democracy is predicated on liberty is when Palestinians and those in the global South, as well as Native Americans, black and brown Americans, not to mention those in the Middle East, have known for decades. Democracy is a lie predicated on liberty. Okay, this is the liberty of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the devil the Bible speaks of. You see? And then they have the Willie Lynch doctrine that was originally set up for us to destroy each other. Okay. Okay, hold on. Yeah, because I take notes on this stuff, man. I watch a lot of the brothers' videos. I take notes in biblical scriptures and whatnot. But then, Salakia, listen to this. Ecclesiasticus, let me go get that. Okay, because it was, I was on Wisdom of Solomon, right? Okay, let's finish that up. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 17. Let us see if his words be true. Let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. For if the just man be the son of God, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. And this is exactly what they want to do. They want to try to prove God's power. Like it says in Malachi chapter 3, verse 10. Enter ye all the tithes into the storehouse. Right? Let me see if I can find that. I don't want to mess it up. Let's go to Malachi 3:10. Right? Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in mine house. And this is my point. And prove me now herewith, saith the Lord of hosts, if I will not open you the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive it. And I will rebuke the devourer for your sakes, and he shall not destroy the fruits of your ground, neither shall your vine cast her fruit before the time in the field, saith the Lord. So the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai says, prove his power. But that's what these goddamn Edomites are doing. Right? Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. Let us condemn him with a shameful death, for by his own saying he shall be respected. See? Such things did they imagine, and were deceived, for their own wickedness hath blinded them. As for the mysteries of the Most High God, they knew them not, neither hoped they for the wages of righteousness, nor discerned a reward for blameless souls. For the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai created man to be immortal, and made him to be an image of his own eternity. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it. What are they going to find? Death. Trump's deportation push expected to utilize the military, diplomats, and other government workers. Immigrant advocates warn of costly, divisive, and inhumane consequences. Trump's plan to use the 1798 Alien Enemies Act could draw legal challenges. Okay? Donald Trump is expected to mobilize agencies across the U.S. government to help him deport record numbers of immigrants, building on efforts in his first term to tap all available resources and pressure so-called sanctuary jurisdictions to cooperate, according to Trump officials. Right? And this is what they're in the process of doing. Okay? This is the wickedness of these devils, man. Fucking animals, man. Okay? Let me go get Psalms chapter 10. Verse 2. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire. I just explained to you what his heart desire was: to round everybody up, put them in a FEMA camp for extermination under the no-hide laws. Right? For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. Right? Let me see, verse 7. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Verse 8, in my point. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privately set against the poor. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth them into his net. He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. And this motherfucker just made an executive order, man. He wrote an executive order. Okay? An executive order. That's what he's writing right now, man. That his strong ones, ICE, Immigrations, Customs Enforcement, and alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, amalgamated with the United States military. Okay, with the Proud Boys, the Good Old Boys, the Ku Klux Klan, neo-Nazi groups, hate groups. Okay, and they all, white supremacist groups, they're all amalgamated into this giant police force. Okay, to police the people with hatred. Right? Let's go get it. Isaiah. What was this? Yeah, that's where I was at. Isaiah chapter 59. Verse 18. According to their deeds, accordingly he will repay. Fury to his adversaries and recompense to his enemies. To the islands he will repay recompense. Verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, the memorial of Israel, the elect of the house of Israel, the 144,000. Those that the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai sent his only begotten Son, Yahushai, to shed his blood as an atonement for our sins, and only for the sins of the elect and no one else. And also for, for him to pray for us, like it says in John 17. He prays for us, the elect, Zion, the memorial of Israel. He doesn't pray for the entire world. Okay? That we would be protected by the Holy Spirit, the Comforter that he was about to leave behind for us, so this way we would awake at a certain specific time in order for the Most High to come and get us out of here. Right? So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west. And at the time these words were written, they were written in the so-called Middle East, which is Western Asia. And west from there is here in America. And his glory from the rising of the sun. Right? BRICS nations, right? When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him, and the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith the Lord. Right? So we can fully expect the Most High God to send his only begotten son to save us and get us the fuck out of here, man. Because if he don't, we're done. Okay? Yep. I mean, like I said before, but anyway, I didn't want to make this video too long. Okay? Let me see if I can find me something else against this devil. You know? Because this motherfucker, man, I can't believe it, man. This shit came across my feed. I'm like, what? You know? Wow. But anyway, all this information is esoteric knowledge, right? Which is intended for or likely to be understood by only a small number of people, right? With a specialized knowledge of interest. Mystery. This is a mystery. It's a hidden thing, a secret mystery. And only the people that know the name of the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, and know his spirit, have read his book, that understand it with perfect understanding, will understand the mystery of what the Most High is trying to do. These devils have to come against us in order for the Most High to work. Okay? And these devils are going to reprove our thoughts against them. And our thoughts are standing on the street corners, risking our lives and our freedom to spread the truth of the gospel, which is the good news that the Most High is doing these things to them in order to save them out of the hand of their enemies. Right? This knowledge is a mystery only to that's confided only to the initiated and not to ordinary mortals. See? Like it says in what was I said? It was in Ecclesiasticus, I think it was. Hold on, let me see. Was it? You're right. Ecclesiasticus 39, and was it 28? I think it was. No, 24. Ecclesiasticus chapter 39, verse 24. As his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked. For the good are good things created from the beginning, so evil things for sinners. Right? The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil and clothing. All these things are for good to the godly, but to the sinners they are turned into evil. Right? And that's what happens, man. These Edomite devils, they turn everything upside down. They turn the entire world upside down, man. Let me see, where is that upside down? That's what they've done. Psalms 146:9. The Lord preserveth the strangers, he relieveth the fatherless and the widow, but the way of the wicked he turneth upside down. Hey, praise the Lord, man. Isaiah 29:16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed of him that framed it, he had no understanding? Right? So the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is just doing this just to save his people, man. But hey, let's listen to it again. This is what this devil is doing.
This is D7 on surviving end times, and it looks like Trump has just signed an executive order that will help states and cities start to collect people off the streets. This is a red alert, because although it is being put out there like it's to help cities and states get the homeless off the streets and into treatment centers, there's a lot of red flags and a lot of big questions that come with this. I want you to also be aware that Homan and his ICE teams are going around the country collecting people, illegal migrants at the moment. But when they lock this place back down because of the next variant or whatever it is, those same teams will be used to go out and collect purebloods and anyone that doesn't want to take that mark. So what we have here, obviously in this country, is a big situation where homelessness is spread far and wide across the country. We have a lot of vets that are out there that are not on drugs. We have people living out of their vehicles all over the place. Camps popping up in parking lots, and not only in this country, but in other countries. We've seen it in Canada as well. So Trump says this is going to help them get these people off the streets and get them into treatment centers. Well, what are you going to treat them for? Being poor? Being homeless? What are you going to treat them for? When they're just poor and homeless, there's no other way around it. Yes, there's a ton of people downtown in many different cities that are on drugs, folded over, but they don't care about them at all. And you know this. This isn't about caring whatsoever. They've never cared. The same ones that want to sweep Epstein under the rug and protect all those people are doing this. And you want me to trust it? You want me to think that it's cool and it's okay? I don't think so. I see the bigger picture. Again, Homeland's ICE teams that are rounding up everyone. When bird flu or whatever it is gets put upon us, and this place gets locked down cold again, and it's actually a deadly event, and you know people that die in it and all that, it's going to be a game changer. All those that say they're and claim that they're purebloods are going to be really tested. Real test is going to come, and it's going to be a gunpoint from these same teams that are rounding people up, and they have camps all along the border that they've built that they're really not even utilizing large scale because they're shipping the people straight out of the country and other places. So these camps are sitting there, brand new, large scale, everything we ever warned you about with Jade Helm. But that was just a conspiracy, huh? Well, by the stroke of his pen, the Gentile Messiah has just signed this executive order that will help the states and cities get anyone off these streets and into their camps. And that's the truth. No other way about it. Join me on the main channel where I'm going live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night.
Okay. Let me see it. Hold on, man. Where's it? Oh, okay. Let me do this one. Okay. Okay, that's history. Okay. Homeless. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where is it at? Right here. Five days ago. Okay. Okay, hold on.
Through an executive order, the president now wants it easier for communities to remove homeless people from the streets and relocate them to a shelter or treatment center. This EO stresses that states and cities need to adopt policies for dismantling homeless encampments, just like the ones you see right here, saying they pose a threat to life, health, and community safety.
See what I mean? Whose life? Whose health? Whose community safety are they fucking having? Man, get the fuck out of here, dude. Come on, man. Really? Come on, man. If the people weren't on drugs and they weren't homeless in the first place because of your unrighteous decrees and grievous law that you prescribe to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right of the poor of my people, that widows may be your prey and that you may rob the fatherless, that would never have had to go through any of these things. Everybody would have a job, everybody would have a place to stay, and homelessness would be at an all-time low. But Agent Orange wants to do everything he can in order to rob the poor, hang with the rich. That's what he want to do. He want to hang out with the rich and rob the poor and the homeless. Okay? Goddamn devil. I got to get another biblical scripture on him now. Job chapter 24 verse 13. Let's start there. Job chapter 24 verse 13. They are of those that rebel against the light. They know not the ways thereof, nor abide in the paths thereof. Verse 14. The murderer rising with the light killeth the poor and needy, and in the night is as a thief. You see what I'm saying? That's exactly what to do. The eye also of the adulterer waiteth for the twilight, saying, no eye shall see me, he disguiseth his face. Okay? In the dark they dig through houses, which they had marked for themselves in the daytime. They know not the light. That's ice, ain't it? For the morning is to them even as the shadow of death. If one know them, they are in the terrors of the shadow of death. See? The Most High Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah is on his way, man. This is getting out of hand. Goddamn. Let me go to 1 Samuel chapter 2 verse 7. That's all I can. The Lord maketh the poor and maketh the rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. 1 Samuel chapter 2 verse 7. Verse 8. He raises up the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and he hath set the world upon them. He will keep the fate of his saints, and the wicked shall be silent in darkness, for by strength shall no man prevail. The adversaries of the Lord shall be broken to pieces. Out of heaven shall he thunder upon them. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai shall judge the ends of the earth, and he shall give strength unto his king, and exalt the horn of his anointed. And the Lord's anointed are his people, his peculiar people, unto himself, right? Which are, vast majority of them are poor, right? But anyway, like I said before, I didn't want to make this video too long, okay? I just wanted to, let you know this is what this motherfucker's done. He's signed it and made it easier, okay, to implement the Noahide laws, homeless encampments, okay? Trump signs executive order to destroy the poor. Come on, man. Yahweh Shah said that we would always have the poor with us, always, but him we would not have always, because he was pointing to the day of his untimely demise, okay, on the cross, right? But the poor would always be with us, and this motherfucker wants to exterminate them, right? So I apologize about cussing. I'm supposed to have more tact, more whatever, okay, to try to curb me cussing so much, but I apologize. Hey, I get angry at the wickedness of what they're doing, man. Damn, you can't see that? Look, they're gonna come after Asians next, okay? Because once they push this bird flu, they're gonna blame it on the Asians, and then the mainstream media are gonna come in talking about what you call it, COVID-19, what is that? Uno nueve. That's what they're gonna come after them next. Blame it on the Asians. Then either put them in a homeless encampment or put them in a treatment center, so this way they don't spread the disease, okay? They did the same goddamn thing during World War II to the Asians, man, that were already here in America. Okay? They put them in a fucking FEMA camp back then in the 1940s. Okay? Let's see. During the Civil Rights Act, the illegal immigrants were coming over the border free of charge. No problem. There was nobody on the border. Everybody was motherfucking, back in the 60s, it was all about the civil rights and us. If the Civil Rights Act had never passed, there wouldn't be no illegal immigrants. There wouldn't be no 22 to 25 million Asians. There wouldn't be individuals from Ishmael, the individuals from Pakistan, and India. There wouldn't be if it wasn't for the Civil Rights Act. It would be just. So Donald Trump is doing away with the Civil Rights Act so this way it could put in place all these executive orders under Project 2025, and he's covering up the implementation of the Noahide laws under Project Esther. Okay, that's what he's doing, man. Because like I said before, Project Esther says if you're being anti S word, okay, because Mort Steinschneider created the word anti-Semitic. I'll get that. Let me see if I can find that. There it is right there. Boom. 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 Mort Steinschneider. Okay. This is the guy that created the term anti-Semitic in 1860. The term is used to silence those that dare expose ish crimes. Okay. This is the motherfucker that created that word, anti-Semitic, in 1860. Okay. This is the guy. Before 1860, this word anti-Semitic never existed. It didn't exist anywhere on the fucking planet, man. It just didn't. Okay? Try to tell you what's going on, you don't want to hear it. Think we're crazy. Get this shit. Okay? Here it is. Read this. Anti-Semitic, it's a trick. We always use it to stifle legitimate criticism of the JOOs in Zionist Israel. It's a trick. We always use it. When from Europe, if someone is criticizing Israel, we bring up the Holocaust. When in this country, USA, people are criticizing Israel, then they are anti-S word, right? And the organization is strong, right? And has a lot of money, and the ties between Israel and the American establishment are very strong, and they are strong in this country. Okay? It's a trick. Okay? Just to get you to shut the fuck up. And now Donald Trump is implementing unjust laws and unrighteous decrees. Okay? To put you in here. This is the only treatment center he got for you. This is the only treatment center he got, man. For millions of homeless people that are losing their jobs, losing their homes every single day, living in their cars, living in their trucks, RV, tents, whatever the fuck they can get for succor or for safety. Right? This is where he's going to put you. Okay? He ain't got nowhere else to put you, man. Okay? FEMA camps. Try to tell you. And they're all over the United States, like I said before. Right? So anyway, all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Yahweh Kakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for pushing 100% truth to rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that have been scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom. It was driving me. It's driving me, dude. Sorry. It's driving me. It's driving me. It's driving me. This motherfucker, man. Right? Where is it? 18. Right? Job chapter 20, verse 18. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. Why? Because he hath oppressed and forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not. Okay? And his children Job chapter 20, verse 10. His children shall seek to please the poor. His hand shall restore their goods. Right? Got another biblical scripture just popped in there. Had to get it. Let's get it. Ecclesiasticus. Boom. Boom. Chapter 41. Verse 6. The inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. Ecclesiasticus chapter 41, verse 7. The children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake. Like I said earlier in the video, Arya Halal had put a video out on his channel that I put up on my channel as well about white fragility and how these devils want to go into the rural areas of Arkansas and create a giant community for whites only. Okay? They're being reproached right? So anyway, yeah, let me get off the video. Shalom.